Hello, YouTube. It's Tyler again, and today we're going to learn the second layer of the Rubik's Cube. So far we've got one layer down, we've got the first layer down, and it should look like this. So if it doesn't when you're solving it, you should probably go back and figure out what you're doing wrong. So now at this point, what we need to do is we need to insert these four edges. And what we do is we'll flip the cube over, and we'll line the edge that needs to go here up with its center, and we'll do an algorithm, and that will insert it. And you just have to do that 4 times with each center or edge, not centers. So you need to locate one. Like, what I'd look for to recognize which one's which is I look for one that doesn't have this color on it, because you solve the white side. The yellow side's the opposite of that. So the yellow side will not be any of these edges, because none of these are the yellow side. So I look for one that doesn't have yellow on it. So I see this one right away, it does not have yellow on it. And then at that point, I would take this and line it up with its center. So since that's orange, I'd line it up with its orange center. And when you line it up with its orange center, you perform an algorithm whether it needs to go to the spot on the right or the spot on the left. And it looks something like this. U, R, U prime, R prime, R, or U prime. God, I'm retarded. Whatever. Okay. And then you can either do F prime, or you can turn the cube and do L, but it's easier just to do F prime, U, F. And that will insert it on the right. And the opposite algorithm to get on the left is the inverse of that. So obviously, again, these algorithms will be in the description and on the PDF page on how to solve the Rubik's Cube, which will be very helpful, especially if you learn that way the best. So anyways, next I'll look and I'll try to recognize another one. So I recognize this edge right here. And so I see that red's on top and green's on the front, so I want to line it up with its center. So we'll line it up with its green center. And then we need to look, does it go on the right or does it go on the left? Well, since it's red and green, it needs to go here between the red and green. So that's where it goes. So it's on the left, so then we perform the algorithm that puts it on the left, which will also be in the description. And it goes something like this. U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. And I'll insert it there. So now we look for another piece. Okay, and this is a situation where all of them have yellow on it. So what happened is this. You see this one's in the right spot but flipped. And same with this one. So since they're both in the same spot and flipped, what we want to do is we want to switch it out with one of these pieces. So the easiest way to do that is exactly what you do. So if we want to switch it out with this one, you act like this piece needs to go here, because technically it does, to switch them out. So what you do is you perform the algorithm with this piece. So again, we'll do the algorithm for on right. So we'll just go U, R, U prime, R prime, and see how it paired those up. And it took this one out. Then we got U prime, U, F. And insert that one in there, but what it did was it took this one out because you switched them. So now this one's out here, and you can insert this one properly. So we got the blue lined up with its center. Now we need to look, does it go on the right or left? Well, this one's already filled, and it's blue and red, so it has to go here. So we see that it has to go here, and we know that that's to the right, so we do the on right algorithm. So we go U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F, U, R, F prime. So that's that. And then, okay, we got the same situation again. So you'll either run into this situation where they're flipped completely, or you run into one where like these two pieces are switched, and you just do the same thing. I'll bring it to a situation where it's like that. So I'll show you so you understand. But anyways, we'll do this again. So we'll switch it with this one just to get this one out into the top layer. So we'll just do the algorithm again. So I did the algorithm, and now this one's up here. So we do the on-right algorithm, which will be in the description, so I'm not going to just keep going over it because that's a bit redundant at this point. So let's insert it in. So I inserted it in, and then now we have the second layer complete. So that's 2 layers. So hold on, and I'll be right back to show you another situation that could possibly happen. Okay, this is another situation that could happen. And what happened here is you can see that only edges with yellow on them are at the top. So again, we can't do the algorithm. But again, it's just this. These 2 edges, this one needs to be here, this one needs to be here. So these 2 are switched with each other. And that's a problem. So again, we just do the same thing. We can just replace it with one of these edges so that this becomes up here on the top layer. So let's replace it with this one. So we'll do the on-right algorithm. So we replaced it with that edge, and now this edge is up here. So now this one's green and red. So it has to go here because it needs to go between the green and red centers. So we do the on-left algorithm because it's on the left. So there we go. Now that one's in the place, and it also replaced it with the one that was there that we needed to bring to the top layer. So now that one's on the top layer. So now that we see that it's on the top layer, we can do the on-right algorithm because we lined up with the center, and it needs to go here. So we do the on-right algorithm, and that will insert it. And that is pretty much any case you'll run into. It's either on left, on right, or you have to replace it with one of these top ones. So congratulations. Once you master this, you will have this much of the cube solved. I'll see you in my next tutorial.